Good evening. Welcome to Recovering Perfectionist Mama, Grace in Progress. My name is Buffy. I am a women's lifestyle creator on YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram, covering topics such as marriage and family, health and wellness, fitness and nutrition, nutrient deficiencies, cycle syncing, biohacking, self-empowerment, self-improvement, and the gambit of topics that interest women. So today we're going to talk about parenting the nervous system, part 1, why behavior is the tip of the iceberg. Most parenting advice focuses on behavior, but behavior is rarely the problem. What if what we're actually parenting is the nervous system underneath it? Great question, right? Let's reframe the problem. Why traditional discipline often fails? Because if it's focusing on the behavior is not really the problem. It's a symptom of what's going on underneath the nervous system. And behavior is ultimately communication that maybe there's something wrong or something bothering your child. And so you need to be able to get to the root of the issue. And you can get to the root of the issue by actually engaging with your child and talking to your child, which I know most parents do that a lot. And sometimes you have a situation where you feel like your child is stonewalling you or not wanting to tell you what's actually going on underneath the surface. Maybe they're embarrassed. Maybe they're worried you're going to be upset with them or some other gambit. We all remember being little and not wanting to tell our parents exactly what was going on, maybe for fear of getting in trouble or whatever it was. And then also whether or not they are in survival mode, maybe they've been bullied, maybe they're stressed, maybe there's some other thing going on underlying that they're not really wanting to address at this current time. Maybe they're hoping that if they avoid it, it'll go away, versus safety states. And ultimately, children will come to us when they feel safe and when they feel comfortable. And I know most parents have a great relationship with their child and they're able to have an open relationship where they can talk about anything, even difficult things. And I remember growing up having that relationship with my parental unit as well, where I was able to have a conversation honestly and ask any question that I had just to know for my own sake. And I think that open door policy is a fantastic policy to have. So let's talk about a quick nervous system primer. Sympathetic versus parasympathetic, the fight or flight freeze in children. Ultimately, it's almost like a way of being able to handle things versus not. Some people are in fight or flight mode for a period of time, especially if there's any like trauma or any stress going on. It's almost like you're in that state where it's like a heightened awareness, hypervigilance kind of thing going on as well. And essentially, children cannot just think or logic their way out of dysregulation. They need the help, they need the assistance, they need someone kind of guiding them. And ultimately, is it any wonder children today are overstimulated? I mean, they have screens, they have schedules, they have noise, they have a lot of pressure. We've taken a lot of things away from kids based on when we were growing up. Recess has been shortened. You know, the ability to actually have a break. There's a lot of schedule pressure. There's a lot of expectations. Everyone is moving in a heightened state of hurry. There is this sense that, oh my goodness, like I'm already late, and you think about that. And so there's also emotional mirroring of them, seeing the stress that their parents present, and they're mirroring that and they're feeling that pressure. They may not say that they understand that you're stressed. They may not acknowledge it, but deep down they know and they can feel that something is not right at that moment. You're stressed, so they become stressed. And children carry an invisible load. They carry our expectations. They carry the shoulds. They carry all the things that we carry, but they don't have the life experience to be able to realize how to cope with that. That is a heavy, heavy load. So what dysregulation looks like in real life: tantrums, shutting down, not wanting to talk to you, not wanting to be open, defiance at times because they want something that they can potentially control, regression, going back, like sometimes if there's a sleep regression or maybe even a bathroom regression, and they have big feelings without a clear cause. And the parent's nervous system matters first. Co-regulation before self-regulation. So we need to work on trying to help them regulate their big emotions and explain that these things are normal, that they're going to have good feelings and bad feelings and sad feelings and all that. And that is all normal. It doesn't make them any different. It doesn't make them bad. It doesn't make them weird. It doesn't. And have that open conversation with them and invite them if any time, their feelings are too much to handle, that you are willing to be there for them and help them through that. And calm cannot be demanded. You cannot just calm down. That's almost like a double-edged sword. I mean, you want that to happen, but ultimately it's not like they can be calm on demand. And model safety, not control. Our job is not to control our kids. Our job is to give them the tools they need to be able to be productive citizens for themselves and to be able to feel things safely and to come to us when things get too large for them to handle. And also replacing punishment with regulation. Punishment escalates stress because they don't want to run afoul of their family. They don't want to be in conflict or to do things that are going to upset us. Safety is the foundation for learning that feelings are normal, that feelings aren't always going to be good. There are going to be times when they're going to need some help and when they're going to need some compassion and help navigating that. Boundaries with nervous system awareness. Realize that some of the things they're doing are because they're a little bit kind of dysregulated and we need to be able to step in. So let's talk about actionable tips and strategies. Pause before correcting. Ask, what state are they in? Are they in a good place or do I need to help them regulate into a good place? Lower your voice instead of raising it and reduce words during dysregulation because it's something that's going to be another further thing that's going to muddy the waters. Offer physical safety cues, proximity, warmth, eye level. Delay teaching until regulation returns. You're not parenting bad behavior. You're parenting a nervous system. Behavior is communication and regulation changes everything. Listen with curiosity and notice what shifts when safety comes first. And once you build safety in, everything else kind of falls into place eventually. Thank you for tuning in. I hope you have a great rest of your day. Bye-bye.